Hello, I'm Matthew Honestchuk. I'm a channeler, I'm an experiencer, and I'm also a Reiki master. In this third episode of our ongoing series of messages from Nathan, Nathan came through with a message that I will title, We Are Here to Share Our Wisdom. This came through yesterday in my weekly channel practice group, and in this message he shares three major themes. One is building a meditation practice and how we can partner with our egoic mind in that effort rather than have a tug of war with it. The second theme is a little bit more information about first contact, and then finally the nature of their offer of friendship to us and why they're here to share that wisdom and expertise that they have garnered themselves for our highest good and benefit should we decide to receive it. If you like what you see at the end of the video, I'd appreciate a thumbs up and any comments or questions that I can help you with. And if you really like what you see and would like to receive the ongoing series of videos as they become available, hit the subscribe button. Once again, I apologize for the video quality as I'm still working on my technology, but what's really important is the content of the message. So I hope you find it valuable, and thanks for joining. Okay, let me see what I can come up with here. Why do you doubt, Matthew? Why do you doubt? In the mirror behind your computer, you saw me in your eye. You heard that same message. We know that you received it. It is all right. It's part of your learning. And this is the beauty of this evening. So much learning going on for the entire group. I am Nathan of the Octarian Council of 12, and I am pleased to report that I am fully integrated into Matthew's body. There will be more switches to turn on in the weeks ahead. February will be a big month. But Matthew is surprised that he actually heard my voice through his eyes when he looked in the mirror just a few minutes ago. We are so happy that the core group is here this evening. The joy that Matthew was referring to, that all of you have been feeling, is the excitement from all of us on the ships. We are elated as Matthew feels the energy tingling through his body. We are in celebration, total and absolute celebration. For each of you have achieved the milestones that you set out to achieve at this point in your timeline. If you feel you're too far behind, do not believe such a false belief. All of you are exactly where you need to be, including those who consider themselves as newbies in channeling. All here are exactly where they need to be. You should give yourselves a round of applause and a pat on the back. For now, the real work will begin. What may you say is the real work? It is the work that you will be communicating with us to receive as you practice your meditations. Irrespective of whether you feel you do a good job or not, please know that a minute of meditation is better than no minute of meditation. Do not focus on time. Do not focus on depth. Do not focus whether or not you think you receive something or not, for that is just your mind questioning the empty space that it feels as it fills your track full of thoughts that are not pertinent at the time. Do not try to shut your mind down. It will only lead to a catastrophic calamity with it, in the sense of a tug of war. Our message to you when it comes to meditation is simply this. The mind is generating thoughts because it's what it's designed to do 7 days a week, 24 hours each day. Whether you're aware of those thoughts, whether you're paying attention to those thoughts or not, that is its job. Your job is not to, in meditation, shut it down. It is just to redirect your consciousness, your focus. If the thought is, oh, what's for dinner? And your attention is drawn to that and you start to think about what's for dinner, it is you that placed your attention on what's for dinner. In other words, the example could be when the thought of what's for dinner comes up, you simply say, thank you for that thought. Let us place that to the side for now as we are meditating. We will think about dinner when we are concluded the meditation. And mind, very much so in the same way, I will respect you that when it's time to make dinner, I will not meditate. And allow this little bit of a banter back and forth happen as thoughts arise and thoughts leave. Just bring your attention back to your breath or whatever it is that you like to focus on. A guided meditation if you're listening to one, but simply don't try to chase the thought away. Don't try to seclude or kill, even imprison the thought or feel bad that you're having thoughts. Simply say, it's a thought and it's just not appropriate this time. But I will come back to that thought. And that allows you to build a relationship, a working relationship with your egoic mind. For it is your partner, believe it or not. Matthew refers to it as the crazy roommate. And sometimes the thoughts can be a little insane. But as long as you don't act them out, they're harmless. Just say, not interested in that thought, got something better. Even when you're outside of meditation, not interested in that one, got something better, and see what comes. And then it's like a dog with a ball. You throw it and it gets excited and goes, oh, you don't like this one? I'll go get another stick for you. Oh, you don't like this stick? I'll go into the forest, I'll get another stick for you. It could go on forever. You could turn it into a game. Just like when you build that relationship, when it comes time to meditate, then the mind will start to respect your personal desire, your soul's desire to quiet, to bring that moment into focus so that all noise is not secluded, but rather transmuted temporarily. So your signal is as high as it can be so that whatever information or messages need to come through at that time for you, they can. And we're respectful that everybody has a busy life. But from this point forward, please know it is imperative that you make your best attempt at it. Once per day, starting with 3 minutes. Please dedicate such a time for yourself. And then from there, whether it takes a week or a month, build out to 4 minutes, 5 minutes, however long that you can stay in a quiet space while you play this relationship game with your egoic mind rather than a tug of war. And this will serve you so well going forward, irrespective of where you think you are on the growth curve. Each of you are a master, have you been told before? Each of you are here for a specific reason in this group. And you are at right where you need to be now. And we are overjoyed beyond belief. For each of you chose to be here, for you are the most likely to succeed in your individual efforts to help bring humanity into five-dimensional reality. Do you have any questions for us?
I do actually. Nathan, you had said that you are now fully integrated into Matthew's system. Am I correct in remembering that Nathan is Matthew's gatekeeper?
Jasper and Jeremy are Matthew's gatekeeper.
Okay.
I am Matthew's partner. The completion of our integration will occur when I am ready to let go of the body I'm physically in so that my energy can be completely one within this physical vessel that you call Matthew. We will not overtake him. This is not a possession. This is a partnership. Matthew has always instinctively known and has always taken action wherever he goes in his personal life to look for a partner in every aspect of his life, whether it be romance, business, career, or even friendships. He always seeks out a partner. And the reason being is simple. His belief system works for him when it comes to what he refers to as the John Lennon and Paul McCartney partnership. In other words, you can go very far on your own when you're committed to your path, but you can achieve milestones so much further and greater with a partner by your side. A simple example would be Matthew's fishing buddy. Matthew can be on his boat, fishing by himself, and be very at peace and enjoy himself. He even has the skill to handle all of the necessary tasks to drive a boat while catching a fish and absolutely paying attention so he doesn't crash into somebody. But it's not the same when he has his fishing buddy with them, not just because he shares the workload, but they share the experience. And the best example that Matthew likes to use is if you think of what your greatest meal, your favorite meal would be, and you could manifest it, you'll enjoy it. You'll have a great time. But it's so much richer when you have a partner to share it with. This is not necessarily the path for everybody. We do not share this because we're saying it is necessary. It is certainly not. It's just, it's the makeup that Matthew prefers, and he enjoys having somebody side by side in each aspect of the lanes that he chooses in his life. And his spiritual path is me. I will be his partner. And Jeremy and Jasper are gatekeepers. So the changes will be subtle. She'll notice them. But to the public, it will be very much what you're seeing now. And it will not just be channeling. Matthew will be introducing physical extraterrestrials to the audiences in a capacity that you can't even imagine at this moment. We will not comment further on this, but the show will be unearthly, and it will be geared towards first contact and the education there within. Many will be shocked, but the shock will wear off quickly as they realize that everything has changed and they have a choice to make. Cling to what once was, knowing full well everything has changed. In other words, continue to fool yourself out of fear and disbelief and false belief systems, or pivot. And simply pivot means accept the change that's occurred and see what it has in store for you that is nothing but love, positivity, and most importantly, our desire to simply share what we've learned the hard way, as a good friend would do to any other good friend. Hey man, I know what you're thinking, but let me tell you a story. I wouldn't do that if I were you, but you can still choose if you want to. This is what friends do, and we are your friends. It is just the preconditioning through your media, your movies, have made it to look like we're here to eat you, to conquer you. But ask yourself this question, and we don't mean this group here. We mean this message to whoever else will be watching this message outside of this group. Why would any society that has learned to live cohabitatively, to accept that every individual in that society is important, is loved and cherished for the uniqueness and the individuality that they bring, for whatever they bring is an important piece of the 5,000 piece puzzle. In other words, our society would never be complete if one piece was missing. And because we found and discovered through our own trials and tribulations how to cohabitate and cooperate, we discovered how to take our resources, both material and etherical and mental, and combine them as united society to create the technologies that we've created, including our ships, so we could travel abroad to discover new places, new life, where we can learn more and integrate more for our highest, most loving benefit as a society, not as individuals trying to seek power on an individual basis and then wield it. No, as a society. And then when we discover new races on different planets, how exciting it is. Think of your scientists in the 1700s as they sailed abroad to new parts of your earth and discovered seals and whales. Can you imagine their excitement because they were being rewarded for their courage and their willingness to garner their technologies at the time that would allow them to travel to those places? And we come here, as we've come to many planets before, to simply observe and wait for the moment when your collective society is ready with an open mind to the possibility that there's a friend beyond your atmosphere who's gone through the same trials that you have in one way or another. Yes, they are of a different form and of a different intensity, but trials and challenges nonetheless that we had to learn from to coalesce as a society. And we are here as your friend to share with you our wisdom and our experience because you're ready for it now, if you so choose to receive it. And if you are willing, it's like getting a free library card. We can answer multiple questions for you as a society and as individuals. But the goal is to help you first learn how special you are, how unique you are, not as just the human race, but as each individual. That you are simply unaware of your true nature in one regard or another, to one degree or another, but to learn how to find that true nature, bring it to the surface, and follow the excitement of your heart space that says, yes, that's the way to go. For you, that's the way to go. Go for it. That's what good friends do. They try and help their friends, not conquer them, not eat them, not do anything negatively. What society would go through what we've gone through and create the technology that allows us to be here at this time when it's so critical for your conscious awakening at this time, just to pull out a laser gun and start blasting? It makes no sense because it doesn't. We are not here to harm you. And if you don't want our help, no problem. Simply say, I'm not interested. You won't hear from us. But if you change your mind, we'll keep a light on for you and we will never let you down. We'll always be here for you, patiently waiting. And if you should choose not to take our advice and you pass on through the natural course of your life's evolution, know that we'll be on the other side, willing to help if you'd like. And if you do choose, we'll be here for you as well. In your meditations, or if you visit a channeler, if you're not comfortable with trying yourself at this time, will be here in your media, will be here in your folklore. There'll be multiple avenues to ask and receive, as a good friend does, for that is what we are. And if a good friend is asked to go home, we will do that too. But this is not your destiny as a society. The collective momentum at this time has built up to a very high crescendo. The mass of you, the multiple majority mass of you, are doing what Matthew has been suggesting lately, which is coming to your own conclusions that I've had enough of that. Whatever that is in your life that no longer is in alignment, the majority of you are reaching that point, and you're now pivoting, and you're willing and open-minded to receive something new that is positive and helpful and loving. And this is the space that we are trying to fill through channels as yourselves with the messages we communicate through to you for the masses, to let them know help is here. And it's only going to build from this point forward in the most positive, beautiful way. Are there any other questions from the group that we can be of assistance with? If
I have
not,
a personal question before you go, if that's okay.
by all means.
I have been experiencing a weakness in my legs. I will be standing somewhere and I will feel this overwhelming sense of weakness in my legs that isn't quite strong enough to make me fall down or sit down, but I feel my legs weakening and I feel the need almost to stop moving and just stay until it passes. What is the purpose of this feeling, please?
Two things. One is you're second guessing the strength of your signal when you channel. You don't feel you have the legs to carry you through the task sometimes. And it causes your knees to wobble, almost like stage fright. Not to say that you're afraid to channel, but as you will see in the recording from this evening, there is nothing wrong with your signal connection. Impressive is what we would say. The second is whenever you have such occurrences in your physical body, it is your physical body dragging its heels a little bit because the upper chakras are accepting the energy of what is being transmitted through you, including your desire, your personal awareness and consciousness of, ooh, here we go. This is wonderful, eh? The body's like, hell no, this is too much. We're going to fall apart. What's going to happen next? And it's simply because your body is a biological supercomputer, but it is a very physical being. And so it has a deeper rooted instinctive nature closer to Mother Earth, almost like you would refer to the wisdom instinct of an animal. How does it know how to build a nest when its mother never showed it? It just knows and does it. Well, your body has been entrained through generation after generation of births to be entrained with life on this planet. And channeling is new to it. And so sometimes it's going to pout. Sometimes it's going to cross its arms and say, not today, I'm not ready. So when you feel these physical sensations, recognize for you, Kelly, that it's just another part of your body that just isn't 100% on board yet. 95%, 96% it's there. It just needs a little bit more encouragement and massaging. And by that we mean you don't put a leash on it and you drag it the other 4%. We mean you sit down in your meditation and instead of focusing on your breath, focus on the part of the body that seems to be sending a message to you and just listen to it. Matthew has been learning this lately with his inner child. that when he gets a signal, he just quietly says to it, "Thank you for that signal. Thank you for that message. I love you, and you're extremely important to this mission. I will take a break, or I'll answer your question, or I'll do what you're asking me to do, because I am your friend as much as you are my friend." For sometimes, Kelly, even you and Matthew forget the body is a part of your being. It's not just a vehicle. It has a mind of its own, it has an intelligence of its own, and to a certain degree, a little bit of attitude. So just do this and you will find that it will clear.
Thank you for that. That's
You're
very,
welcome.
very helpful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Any other questions from the group? Well, we would like to once again say thank you and congratulations. And we can't wait for the next unveiling of the messages that are forthcoming. If you feel the desire to channel, irrespective of where you think you're on the scale, turn your device on, record what comes through, whether it takes 30 seconds or 3 minutes or half an hour, record it all, and then decide for yourself what you're going to do for it, or with it rather. How can you share that message with somebody, whether it's an individual or a collective group? If you're uncomfortable to share publicly, this is okay at this time. If you feel that way, do not do anything forcefully or because you think you must. Only do it when you feel compelled. As Matthew would say, 4 to 5 months ago, he would never go public with this information. It was going to be his quiet little secret with his group to practice with and help people one at a time, and it would all be nice and quiet. And yet, he's pivoted because he felt the pivot, and it was natural because it was time. It was a part of his plan, but it didn't come into his conscious mind until recently, and it wasn't a struggle. And this is the same for you. So if you feel the call to channel, channel for yourself. Sometimes the messages that will come through will be specific information for you. You don't have to share that with anybody. But if you do feel naturally inclined to share with whoever and however, do so, for it is meant for them to hear that message. And this will continue to increase in the days, weeks, and months ahead as we ramp up to allowing the masses to see our ships. It will be subtle at first. Your government agencies will start to talk more about it in the media, but positively in advance of mass viewings. This is preparatory groundwork that they are already agreed to do. And when that happens, wherever you feel you are in your channeling experience, you will be ready. You'll be ready in your own way, in whatever way you have set up for yourself. And we'll always be here for you. We'll always love and support you, even if you have moments of self-doubt like Matthew still does. Well, he says, not anymore after this. And we'll leave it that with you. We love you and good night.